Bah! Alright everybody, this is Julian from Raw Physique again. So today I'm going to talk about an experiment I'm going to do with intermediate fasting. Now I made a video about intermediate fasting and the benefits, including testosterone and HGH levels being higher than somebody on a normal diet, anti-aging effects, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you want to see that video, I'll post it up at the end of this one. And the information in that video is based off of scientific evidence, studies that have been done. But still, the studies are different than actually doing it yourself, and that's why I'm here today. Now I do intermediate fast, so on the weekends and maybe once throughout the week I'll do the standard like 16 8-hour window of fasting where you're fasting for 16 hours and you eat for the rest, the remaining of the 8 hours. That's what all your meals fit into. And I started to do this when I started to go on cuts. So when I'd go into a cutting phase to lose fat, I would cut my calories, of course, and still do the same exercise and daily activities that I had. But I was feeling very unsatisfied with the food I was eating, because you'd be eating like these tiny amounts of food. So I started intermediate fasting, where I'd fast for 16 hours or 10 hours, basically like as long a period of time as I can go without starving or feeling extremely hungry, and then I would start eating in the remainder of the time of the day, and that helped out a lot, and that's why I originally started it. But then you get all the other benefits as well, and just watch the other video, you'll see. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is intermediate fast every single day for at least a month. I'll probably extend it to 2 months, depending on how it's going. Now, I am going to be in a cutting phase, which I'm already in right now. So I'll be losing body fat while I'm doing it. And technically, my strength should slightly go down or stay around the same. Now, I cut really slowly, but when I'm on a normal one, I do tend to lose strength in some of my larger lifts and compound movements. So I know what to expect. But now, I'm going to do an experiment with myself where I'm going to intermediate fast, meaning I'm not going to eat anything the entire day until around 6 p.m. and stop eating before 12 p.m. that night. So that's like a 16, 17, 18-hour window where I will not be eating. And one of the interesting things with that is I lift in the morning. I always work out in the morning. So I'm going to be in like an 8-hour fast. I'm not going to have my last meal or take last bit of protein before 12 p.m. So like around 11, 11:30, I'll be eating my last meal until the next day at 6 or 7 p.m. So when I train and lift in the morning, I'm going to technically have no food in my stomach. And then after that, I'm not going to be taking protein or anything until 6 p.m. that day. Now, I will be drinking water, and I will be drinking like black coffee. That's fine if you're intermediate fasting. Something with like 0 calories, basically. You do not want to have coffee with cream in it or anything like that, because that's going to give you fats, it's going to give you protein, and it completely disrupts your whole intermediate fasting thing you're trying to do. So there will be none of that. Just black coffee and water. So what I was doing now is I would intermediate fast on days that I wasn't working out, because I'll have like a bowl of cereal and a couple of eggs, and 30 minutes, 45 minutes later I would hit the gym. So it'll be interesting to see what the hell happens, really. I'll be working out on an empty stomach, and then after the gym I won't be eating anything at all for at least like 10 hours or something like that. So it will be interesting to see what happens. I see people online do it and vlog about it, but when it's yourself doing it, it is different than watching someone else who could be on steroids or be taking other muscle enhancing products. But all naturally, intermediate fasting, working out in the middle of your fasting period basically throughout the day, will be interesting to see what actually happens. Now, I'm going to post up my weight and my body fat and what I look like right now. And I will update this in a month, and then I'll update it again in another month. Now, I know what my strength is, I know what my maxes are, I know how many reps I could do, and I know how much I generally tend to lose on a cut. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here with intermediate fasting 16 to 18 hours out of the day. Now, if you look at the research and base everything off that, then I should actually keep more gains or make gains while I'm cutting, because your HGH and your testosterone raises when you're intermediate fasting. Also, I will be eating the exact same amount of calories I do on a normal cut. I'll just be eating in that smaller window frame and fasting the rest of the time. So nothing in my diet or my workout is going to change. It's literally going to be me intermediate fasting every single day of the week. So that's basically it. If you want information about intermediate fasting, I will post up the video at the end of this one. I will give you guys like an update in like a month. The reason I'm waiting a month is because, you know, if you worked out for a while, I've been doing it over 15 years. So if you've been exercising, bodybuilding for like 10, 15 years, you understand some weeks or a couple weeks you'll be weaker than the previous weeks. And you literally will have no freaking idea why the hell you are. Sometimes you just have kind of a bad week. So that's why I'm going to do it for an entire month, and that's why after that I'm going to do it for another month to see if intermediate fasting every single day works for me, my schedule, and my bodybuilding and weightlifting. Because I have no idea what's going to happen because I've never done this before, like the intermediate fasting every day. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you want me to do a video, leave a comment down below. Let me know what type of video or information you would like to receive, and I'll go ahead and post something on that. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe right over here. And we got that intermediate fasting and then another video right here. If you feel like it and the site's not down, please visit julian-rawphysique.com. And I guess that's it, everybody. Shit. Peace.